Today, families across New York are rallying for those battling addiction.
They're pressuring Albany to make sure a recent opioid settlement is spent responsibly. News 12's Beth Cephalou explains.
I lost my son, Reed, almost 6 years ago.
With the faces of lost loved ones behind them,
It's killing 300,000 loved ones a year.
families now fighting to save others from the same tragic fate.
No more death.
This local rally outside of the Rockland County courthouse is part of a statewide movement.
Stigma no more.
To make sure a recent opioid settlement is spent responsibly by Albany.
As parents alone, we cannot help our children.
Valerie Maldo knows just how valuable funding is to fight the opioid crisis.
Thank you, honey.
Her daughter fought and won a battle against opioids and is celebrating 7 years clean,
Little man, what you doing?
along with a new son.
These funds are so much needed for the recovery service that will help our children as young adults thrive and go into adulthood on a clear recovery path.
New York is receiving more than $32 million from a settlement with Purdue Pharma over the opioid crisis. The state says $11 million will be used for medication-assisted treatment in state prisons, while the remainder will support ongoing prevention and treatment efforts throughout the state, but no details as to where or how much.
We are watching right now. We would love to see a committee put together to ensure any funds that are gotten from settlements with Big Pharma goes to where it needs to go.
As for Rockland, these advocates say they'd love to see funding for a new crisis center, along with more support services for those in recovery and their families.
There's hope. There's hope in recovery because we were able to feel that and live through that. And with luckily, our daughter's alive, gave us our first grandbaby.
With hopefully more success stories to follow.
Right, buddy?
Once the settlement makes its way to the front lines of the war.
This money wasn't free.
In New City,
No more loss.
Beth Cephalou, News 12.